Almost 90 days of asking. Well, my friend, I'm going to deliver. Northampton have just sacked their manager, Colin, and find themselves slipping towards League 2 relegation. The Cobblers need a fix, and today we are doing something new. I wanted something special for this save that's been asked for. So yes, as you may see by the controls of the bottom corner, we are now on PC, and we're going to be rebuilding Northampton with free agents. But because I have some control over not getting sacked by the board, I want to try things differently. Of course, the overall aim is to win the UCL, but two huge aims now is we've got to keep a player here from the start all the way through, and we've got to have one homegrown player all the way through. It's going to be tricky, but we can play them in the team. And of course, we needed a new manager in town, so welcome to the club, Neil Warnock.
You've got to fucking die to get 3 points.
He's not the actual face of him. I haven't got to that stage yet, but he is here at Northampton. Gonna set our style, playing in the lower leagues. I fancy a bit of kick and rush, you know, changing things up. And we don't have the best of coaches, but at least some of them know the kick and rush tactic down in this division. Looking at our team, it's more stinky than I actually thought. Apologies, Cobbler fans, but this is what I think we're going to go with. Simpson is going to be our main man, as we also here have the son of Sean Dyche. Max Dyche is in the club. He could be the man we take forward, although Ben Fox, Grimsby legend, got promoted with us from the National League. Going to be difficult to select a player, but we've got to get our academy running. And we have 2 million to start off with. That's a decent budget, you know. I'm happy with that. I don't know where we've got 1 million spent from, however. So, of course, our scouts won't be the best, but I hope they just find the best player. And they are the lone boys that we have, so we've got to make a mental note that they're not coming on our journey fully with us. And, of course, with no expectations, I'm not going to rush straight into automatic promotion, but I do think we could do with a permanent striker and a goalkeeper. And to be fair, the keeper we brought in instead of him isn't any younger, but he's experienced at the top level. Welcome to Warnock's Cobblers, Oliver Nyland. I butchered the first name, but he didn't have the best of time. He was involved in the controversy with Sheffield United and Villa, though. That was a while ago, and now he's playing League 1 football. As another player, you probably don't expect joining the club as well, but he was a free agent. How? How have we found 2 perfect players? Troy Parrot, the ex-Tottenham youngster. 2 perfect signings, and I think I've got a way to fit them in better. Go into a Neil Warnock 4-4-2. Only a youth player now, and that probably takes us into the season. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Troy Parrot used to play for Port Vale. If not, I'm completely wrong. 2 ex-decent strikers in Harrison and Wilson, but their days are past them. We need to win. Start this off really well as we get a 2-0 victory. Hoskins and McWilliams, if we're staying up, they're the wins we need to get. But before we get fully fleshed into the season, we've promoted 2 youth players. I'm going to try and send these both out on loan. That is Julian Pereira and Tariq Ahmed, because if we're going to get a youth player doing it, maybe we try and force one of the starting academy players to be good. And even though it doesn't really matter, what did the board actually expect? They expected a mid-table finish from us this season. To be fair, I'd quite take that. We can't spend any money on player fees, and we've got to see how we're doing halfway through. And halfway through, we have failed to go through in the FA Cup. What a shame. Don't really care, as we're 8th in the division. Wow, this is actually very decent going so far. We are 2 points off playoff places. Above Barnsley, by the way, as well, as it looks like Simpson's gone. Bowie's been put up front. Rest of the team looks decent. We've got Manny Month, who's unhappy. But it looks like our players that we got are working. Troy Parrott, 69 rated. Nyland, 70. If only we had a youth player to join those ranks, though. Isaacson and Clark, not good enough. Something I love about PC career mode. We've got some realistic loan deals, so Julian Perret and Tariq Ahmed are on loan at my club, Grimsby, and Crew Alexandra in the league below. Maybe they'll progress next year, you never know. We get another academy report after this, but first of all, Patrick Capozzo. We're going to be signing yet another free agent up to the club right here. A left back, you saw I'd scouted him, we have headhunted him, we are getting him. He can go at right back, I believe released from Toronto, as that team, can it challenge for maybe a promotion push? Oh, And lads, we almost did it. But the Cobblers come up 6 points short of Charlton Athletic, getting the final playoff spot. We already knew we were out of the FA Cup, as the Carabao goes to Arsenal. I didn't fancy us anyway, and Charlton, in fact, win the Papa John's. Or is it something else now? Forget what it's called. Ever-changing name, I guess, as the team, it's gone alright. Definitely improving with some ratings. Look at Troy Parrot, for example. And I can't lie, I don't expect anything apart from Troy Parrot to be top scorer. But he actually isn't. Why did I just breeze past that? Hoskins is above him. Pere has grabbed 20. Maybe him, or of course Sam Hoskins, could be the player we take forward. So season number 2, and we're going to be getting stuck into the market, of course. We have got our players back. Ahmed just took a week to turn into a right midfielder, and he's 62 rated. Pereira and, unfortunately, Max Deitch getting left in the mud, though, as that's the team we take forward. We even lost, of course, Leonard, so central midfield, defenders. And Nyan's gone. Money-wise, 3 million, so it's not really much, is it? Wish I had more to invest in the academy, but we've got a brilliant player through in Dylan Owen. Watch your position in the teams, lads, because he's going straight in, and he might be actually the player. And I believe we found the perfect players to come in, of course, here to Northampton. We're joining Troy Parrot up with another Irishman. Welcome to the club from PNE, Alan Brown. What a signing for League One. Closely joined by... the only way to describe him is Cal the Dragon's best mate. You are clued up on that, of course. Jonathan Bond comes over from the States. That's Nyland replaced. That is a midfielder replaced. But we do have a defender. And we've been very niche with this signing in Mayoral Bogard. I butchered the name again, but he's in the team. Brilliant team, brilliant. But Brown won't be joining Parrot until he's finished on international duty. So in the meantime, we need someone to replace him for pre-season. Welcome back to the club, Kieran Bowie. Yes, Apire did score more goals, but now he's permanent. Now he'll get playtime. And he's a lot younger. And it's even got to the point we're catching stray transfer offers for Troy. Sorry, Leganes, but he's playing here in League One. Will it be the championship soon, however, as we start our season off with Bradford? A team recently promoted, but I do like that Poynton on the wing. But of course, we can't sign players from other teams. Please, lads, we do get a 2-0 win, and it's a good welcome back for Kieran Bowie with 2 against the Bantams. A brilliant start. But what makes it even better is a signing, Ellis Teju, maybe, just rounds out our signings. He is another 70 rated. Had to scout him in the dark. Didn't know the rating, but they are 5 players that should get us to the championship. And man, we've had some good months here in the simulations. A lot of defeats right there, and Grimsby in the cup. Oh, the Mariners. As in the league, we are 3rd place. This is an automatic promotion, though. 1 point off Peterborough, who have only lost 1 game all season. It's going to be a feat to take over them. But it's a feat we're going to try. How much money do we have as well in the club? We have 503k. Okay. So there's room for manoeuvring potentially another free signing. And speaking of being on PC this year, we've got a name that's kind of got something to do with it. I don't do it, of course, but Alexandra Hack. Will he be hacking into strikers' minds and stopping them from scoring? Feels sick for saying that. Maybe it's the mince pie I ate for breakfast. As look at the team. He's 73 rated. Let's just please be in the championship. Oh, and I don't believe it. I don't believe it. We've fallen into the trap. Playoffs against Charlton, who did cut us off last season. Let's get some revenge. Stockport in the playoffs as well. He's mad. Birmingham and Peterborough. 1 point that were in front. 1 point. Oh, actually, no, there wasn't. Plymouth were in between us. We came 4th. That's actually disappointing. As what's disappointed as well is we lost in the semis of the EFL trophy. I guess we've just got to kick off. And we've got to please win at the Valley. As yes, we dominate just like Sidemen FC do at Charlton. They've moved on to bigger and better things, as we do as well. Troy Parrot and Apire. We were very close, you know. Alfie May and Payne put them 2-0 up, but we got the 4-2 win. And on to Wembley. Plymouth will not be easy, though. Definitely not. I expect a lot from these. As we go to the championship, though, Troy Parrot, get in. I don't know if it counts as a trophy, but if Editor Max puts it in the trophy cabinet, then we know that it counts. And finally, he is top scorer, is Troy Parrot, 77 overall, but he's joined up there by Louis Apire. Sam Hoskins is still going, as we, speaking of going, are going to the championship. Warnock back in his desired league. But one thing we've got to make sure of now we are here is getting contracts sorted, because we can't spend any transfer fees. It seems like we have around 6 million up there. We've got a big weekly budget. Alan Brown's getting a new contract. We've got to sign the players up that are going to be here long term. Because after all, there is a lot of players that may not be here next season. And we can't hide from it. There's going to be a lot of players retiring this season. Sam Hoskins, I think, has got maybe another year, 32. But we've got to take one of these players. Pinnock's 30. How are we going to take one of these till the end? I guess we've got a Parrot, Fox, or Koiki that we're thinking about. And I am leaning towards Koiki. He's a decent left back, got good pace. And stamina keeps you alive, I guess. Yeah, if we're going to survive in what seems like a stacked championship, we've got to sign players immediately. Pretty sure I just saw Leicester down here again, so we know we're not winning the title. Don't think that'd happen anyway, but we bring in some decent players to try. First one's a brilliant midfielder, Nicholas Narty. Hopefully he's Narty in the midfield. That was the worst thing I've ever done. Feel horrible for that. But then we do have an ex-Nottingham Forest man coming in. Still potential left in this man, but Biacom, I think I've pronounced that wrong because that just sounds so wrong, but he's a very good French CB. Not done there though, because we've got a striker. This man I'm very excited with as well, Ali Akman. What a man. He's come from, I think it's Eintracht Frankfurt. Yeah, that collar he's wearing is screaming Frankfurt. Our scouting is unmatched. Look at this. We've still got 3 originals in the squad. We've improved it magnificently. Parrot and Ackerman up front. That is what you like to see. We've still got our youngster as well, Owen, in the team, going superbly. But hey, do you want another one? I feel like this will be the final signing we make. The scouting has been superb. Abile Jallo. What a man. That is me. Or should I say Neil, finish with signings as Bournemouth. Oh my, travelling to the Vitality for the first game. I do think we've improved his team tenfold, but Kakare, Anthony, Solanke. It's a very decent Bournemouth side, which we still managed to beat though. Solanke in the mud because Brown and Ackerman. A first-minute goal in his first game. Beat that! And although it's outside of the playoffs, I'll take 7th this season. Just give us it. Please. And there's a reason I said I'd take it. We're 19th in the championship. 10 points clear of Blackpool, though. It's not all bad, but our team's so much better than that. Have they not been training correctly? I mean, we've got 2 over 75 rated in Biancone and Parrot. That's unreal, but why is the rest of the team not joining them? And I think I've found the cause. He's got a 6.6 rating, but Jonathan Bond, he's not really doing it for us. One player that is, though, is Ali Koiki. He's on a 7.3. Our original player doing the best. So we're gonna go ahead and replace him almost immediately. I don't know what to expect from Juan Espinola, but let's hope the Paraguayan has a better time than Bond. And I'm sorry, but if this team hasn't improved in the second half, I've got some questions to ask. Look at Koiki, 90 pace, 73 rated, you know. Oh, and we went on a charge second half of the season, finishing 9th in the championship. The players did have enough quality. Let's not beat around the bush. To lose to Leicester, who were in 6th, I kinda can take that, as Charlton had the same gap over us in League One. And we know what happened the season after. Northampton FC or Republic of Ireland FC? Because 2 players heading out there. Signing-wise, I want a younger keeper that could probably grow. And Hoskins is on the way down. And I won't be surprised if he retires. First one, we haven't actually signed a regen player from a different team. So you knew it was coming. Welcome to Theo Amin, who's a brilliant centre-back, by the way. The same rating as Hack, but he is Egyptian and he's 17 years of age. What a man he's gonna grow into. He's not the only one, though. Yes, one more signing before the special man. Welcome to the club. You may be able to tell who that is walking in, but we've got a replacement for Hoskins in Takumi Minamino. But here is the big man, literally. He may not be as impressive as you think, but being an ex-player, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I'm pretty sure, spent loan time here, but he is back, even though we're in the championship after his release from Brentford. I am over the moon with getting him in. over the moon. We've got Ackman, Calvert-Lewin and Parrot as strikers. Parrot's got 99 bloody pace. I think he is allowed to leave as well if we get a big Premier League offer. Now, of course, we have 2 strikers that can fill his spot. And he's staying here a little bit longer as Watford's a good test. Gegenpressing Watford against kick and rush Northampton. That actually might suit us now with Calvert-Lewin. I was going to cheer then, I thought it was a given. But no. Beaten by the Hornets. It seems like even on PC, they still manage to haunt me to Watford. I absolutely hate playing them as we're going to go into the season with this team. Yes, we've only made a couple of improvements. 3 players added, but I think they should add a huge boost. And let's be near the playoffs minimum. And how is this team failing so much? How are we 9th in the championship with our squad? I mean, to be fair, I didn't get my young keeper in. So we've got Daj on the bench and I think he's just submitted a transfer request, Espinola. I don't blame him for doing that, but I blame him for leaking goals, as Calvert-Lewin's gone up a rating as well. Try Parrot, 83. And Koiki. Oh my days, we've got a player sorted to take on our journey. Same with Owen as well. He's 74 rated, but he's hit the age of 20. I'm actually hopeless. I'm actually feeling a bit down after seeing where we are in the league. At least we've got his backup keeper in. But can he get us 3 points on a Saturday? No! He sits on the bench and waits for Espinola to leave. Maurizio Colombo. He's a decent keeper, 18-year-old Mexican. The new Ochoa, but we are Ochoa King in the championship. And let's see where we finish. It's a defeat on the last day of the season. I hope that doesn't actually affect anything going in the league. That loss has made us come 7th. If we wouldn't have lost that game, we would have been in the playoffs. Oh my days. Oh, we might have been, actually. I think Norwich City's win and the goal difference put them ahead of us. But still, we've bottled it. Well, didn't bottle it. You get what I mean? We were so close. Our team is unbelievable. I don't believe it. I honestly don't. We've got a massive squad here. Unhappy in the reserves. But that team's more than good enough. Bottle jobs the lot of you. Troy, of course, top scorer. Ackman and Calvert-Lewin. We need to get them all in one formation. There we go. We're changing it straight up. I am not settling for anything else. I think it's going to be Parrot on the right, Lewin through the middle, Ackman on the left. It does open a door up for Jallo to probably leave, and we will get a couple of midfielders in. It's not going to be a straightforward rebuild, though. When you change formation, your ratings go down. Vito Di Angelo is a 73 rated midfielder, but the biggest one of the midfielders that we're going to get is Steven Alzate. Welcome to the Cobblers. Just look at the team, though. Look at it. What an improvement Alzate is in particular. We have to be aiming for automatics, as there's the first man to leave, though, the big name, Juan Espinola. And I'm actually thinking about not going for a new keeper and giving Colombo that chance. As with the start of the season, we have as well, Barnsley, West Brom, Wigan, opening day. I do fancy his chances a bit. You have to be confident in your own ability. Oh my... Why are we drawing to Wigan? I'm sorry, but with the team we've built, Troy Parrot, and don't tell me that's John Stones. No, it's a 66 rated Josh Stones that I've bloody already scouted. What is going on? I really don't want to replace this keeper, so we're not. And you won't believe who we've just found to bring in. We're conceding to 66 rated strikers, but we brought in a 75 rated Sai Hamulic. Please, we've got 4 quality men. We've got a huge squad. We've got Hamulic, Jallo. I'm going to get releasing quite a few of these, to be fair. Let's go and get automatic promotion this year. I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. I'm actually gonna cry. It's a good job we can't get sacked. We have an 87 rated Troy Parrot, sitting 10th in the championship alongside a team that's around him. Look at Colombo, 73 rated. Look at Koiki. This is a Europa League team, not a championship one. Calvert-Lewin, Parrot, Ackman, it is down to you to get us out of the position that we're already in. Just look at some of the ratings, honestly. Contracts will be running out soon as well, as Parrot's got 10 goals in 23, which ain't that impressive. Same with Calvert-Lewin and Hamulic. It's not too impressive from the Cobblers, but we've got to find a way, lads. Come on. And to be fair, lads, you've semi-made it up to us. We must have had a good second half to the season to squeeze in the playoffs. We've got West Brom, and I'd rather them than Burnley and Leicester. Nice stuff. Nice stuff. 5th, so 81 points. That's a lot better than 10th position. Luton, sorry lads, we stole your position. And we stole Danny Hilton seasons ago. I do have a bit of Cobblers knowledge, as this team, like I said, it is a Premier League side. Let's be having you in the first leg. It's not been playing Alzate in simulations. That's why we're not bloody winning. None of us players have any sharpness to them, but he still scores, does Alzate, the man who hasn't played a minute. Come on! Scared to see who we'll face, though. Leicester City, alright. Rating-wise, of course, they'll be better than us, but we've got a kick and rush tactic that doesn't win us a penalty shootout, though, but it gets us to the Premier League. McAteer and Baybrook missing their penalties. Of course, we had our striker score, and Brown. Alan Brown, the man to actually send us to the Prem. Who would have thought it? But the Cobblers are top division. Now that we're actually in the big time, I think our team should be doing really well. I've trusted Colombo to come this way. Koiki's just exceeded expectations, and Owen is still going. So we've got our youth player and our original. Look at the size of the squad, though. It's fair to say that we released players and it's come back to bite us. Okay, we need to get more in. And we have 36 million to spend on contracts, so yeah. We'll get a few players. Why not? And just out of curiosity, what do the board actually expect? They just expect avoiding relegation. I mean, I expect our team to easily breeze past that. We've got 80 rated in the squad. And the 3 we currently have won't be the only ones we're having. Look at this man coming to the club. Elogio Cardoso. You'll have to wait a second to see what he's like, as we've brought another player in. Is it Barcock? Iman Barcock. We've signed him. A midfielder for the bench, but Cardoso, 81 rated, 18. Absolutely love it. I don't think we need many more players. The next one will just be literally a goalkeeper for backup. But the one after that, what a quality player. I mean, he hasn't played much, but he's quality. Joining after his release from City, Calvin Phillips. Oh, the Premier League badge on the sleeve of the Northampton kit. Genuinely, what a player we have on our hands here. For now, Neil Warnock needs all the help he can get. He's been in the Prem with Cardiff recently, but it's a different challenge here with Northampton. Wolves will never be an easy test. Oh, and we do lose. Parrot does get a goal in it, and then Zorgane and Wiper wiping the floor with us. As long as it's not relegation back down to the Championship for them lads, I'd be a happy bunny. I can't find any defenders really worth signing, so with Tyler Maglior taking his place on the bench, same with Desmas, we're gonna run it with Northampton in the Prem. It's not relegation, but it might as well be. I mean, we've still got Max Deitch at the club. I can't even say his name. And his dad is rock bottom of the league. Wanted us to be higher up. I mean, yes, Colombo in goal still is a risk to play with, but we've got a 90 rated player now. 90. 9-0. We're better than what we should be. If we can get a cup win, maybe, and we do have a player coming in here. A player here called Paul Aubert, and maybe he changes the season. Finally got the centre half, and he's 19 and 81 rated. Yes, not much pace on him, but him and Armin, who's still 19 himself. Oh, I've got to say our defence. It's sorted once it grows. And the second half of the season, quite frankly, has been dross. The Everton on final day, which seems to have kept us bloody in the division. Can't believe we've actually come that close, you know. 90 rated Troy Parrot and all that. And I think it's fair to say we sweep the season under the rug. He got 17 goals, Troy. We need to stop focusing on him, though, because he's obviously not carrying it. Goal-wise and club-worth-wise, maybe he could double it. But still, we need better players. And we need them not being like this. Lads, you're not balling on me. And this season, I honestly really want to be in the Europa League. I've had them training off season as defences. I can't stress how good it actually is. The rating of Calvert-Lewin, though, has halted. Maybe a new striker. And definitely more midfielders. And it's even got to the point where we're getting bids in for Dom. I want to keep him here just till the end. It's a nice feeling. It's adding players that we need to do. And we have added the man who absolutely flopped it at Liverpool, Arthur. Joins the Cobblers. 80 rated, to be fair to him. He's been training even though he's unemployed. And I honestly don't want to make any more signings. I'm going to try and break the cycle as well. I'm not going to actually simulate the first game. I'm going to simulate the first 3 to see if we have any luck, as we have West Ham, Chelsea, and Liverpool. And yep, that's gone as perfect as you can imagine. We even lost a cup game in between it. 4 defeats from 4. And that's more like it, Cobblers. Come on. We're joint with, I think it was Fulham? Yes, Fulham and Chelsea. Getting close to Champions League spots, which honestly, I think we should be in. I'm not beating around the bush. I'm putting pressure on the lads. Ackman is now at an 80 rating. Colombo, Amin, Angelo, and Owen all over the 80 rated mark now. I mean, the content, they're not really happy. The content, but this is content. This is going up ratings. Albert's just growing like 1. I think Amin's gone up, what is it, 3 since last season? Owen maybe 1. Colombo we trust. Even Cardoso. Why are we not talking about Cardoso? He's just come in and he's gone up 4 ratings. Our youth players doing the business. Must have had good players with potential. And please, please let us have the potential for Champions League, because there's honestly no one worth of scouting. I've looked at all of those. Not great. 80 ratings don't improve our team. Only a Champions League push does. And these final months have been sensational. Absolutely exquisite. Maybe not for the cup run, but for the Champions League push, we have done it, beating West Ham and Newcastle United to 4th spot. Only our 2nd season in the Prem as well, by the way. I think it helps that we're in the Championship for a long time. We've actually got to replace Arthur and Phillips though, and we've got the players on the bench that are better. We can move it into a solid 3 now. No CDM. Defense is out of this world. Honestly, winning the league is not out of the equation for next year as well. I'm talking just about Champions League, but 22 goals for Old Troy. You are the man of the save. Neil Warnock with 80 million to spend. I mean, of course, only on contracts, but he is going to have some fun with midfielders. The only problem is, though, finding one actually worth his time. And that's brilliant. The only player that we actually found rejecting us in Basuma, or should I say, why have I said only player? We've got this gem. Joining Northampton is Joseph Bell, a 79 rated CDM who's I think 20 years old, but the only problem is he won't really fit in centre-back because we've got better centre-backs. You just know I would have put him CB, but he's actually going to stay CDM, and Alzate is going to be trusted. Same with Ackman. We've got to the stage where there's no real free agents better than what we have in the team. We are going to trust the lads that we have, of course, and with my hopes in the Champions League this season, I don't think selling players is the way to go. Gonna try and keep everyone here. We don't need money. We can't sign anyone. And what a rough start to the year that is. Manchester United at home. I mean, the team, I think I can do it in Europe, but probably not in the Prem. There you are. Narty with a goal off the bench for us. At least it seems like we've backed it up with a win and a draw. One of them against Liverpool, of course, as a Champions League still isn't confirmed. Here we go. Whoa! What? What is that group? Juventus, Villarreal and Rangers. I can't hack that. I don't think I can hack that. Let's see if my beliefs fail me. I don't think we're going through the Champions League, but 10th in the league. Oh, it's stinky, but we're still in with a shot. Liverpool not far off as we're through. Real Madrid. Real Madrid! I never check who we've actually got to play. We came 2nd in the group to Juventus, but we went unbeaten. And I do believe we'll turn the league form round, but Real Madrid, it's just a one-off game. Or 2-off game. In the first leg, we get a draw at home. D'Angelo and Troy Parrot. Who else? But at the Bernabeu, I don't get why Lataza and Jules John's up front. Still, we've got to go to the Bernabeu. Oh, and Ackman actually gets the goal. The lowest rated of our front three trio. And we've beaten probably one of the favourites. That's for you, Cobblers fans. And this is for you, Dortmund. And I think if we beat Real Madrid, maybe we should be favourites for this. Alzate with a first-minute goal. We're genuinely massive, you know. And we're even winning away in Germany. Ackman and Bell, the new signing, and of course the lowest rated striker. And of course it is. Of course it is Manchester United. Both Manchester clubs in the semis. We want them both knocking out. To be fair, Man City against PSG. If we're going to the final, I don't care who we play, as Hamulic even scores. We've got to understand, though, that we do still have a leg to go between us and a Champions League final. Alzate and Goncalo Ramos, no match for the Cobblers defense. We are through, and we shall play in the biggest game going. In the final, it will be PSG, but we've got more stuff to check before we get into what is the biggest game with no nowhere near the FA Cup, and in the league, oh no. Seems like the Prem's harder to do well in, as the ratings of our players, phenomenal. Albert, Cardoso, how we found them and how we've brought through academy players. You can see I haven't checked the players' development in a while, but Alli, Koiki, and Dylan Owen, maybe the best players in Northampton history, as the team will go down in it if it beats Paris. Here we go, cutscenes of the highest level. It is the big one. There he is. Of course, Mbappe's still there. Mbappe's going to try and have a field day here as well. We just know that for a fact. We've got to be on the best of form. To be fair, we've got a really good defense, of course. Alli, Koiki, the man who's been here from the start with that little block out there. Never thought he'd be playing against PSG, and especially Mbappe, who slides through Koiki. Great save from our man, though. Still, it's all around the box. It's a good shot again, and it's another good save. I don't like that, though. I do like, though, we've got a little bit of a break on here. Dylan Owen, he's the youngster that we've brought with us. He's going to cut back. Look for Akman. That's a ball through. Troy Parrot with a chance on the counter, man. They might be the only chances we get. Still keeping the ball. I've got to say, Joseph Bell in the midfield is absolutely dictating play. Alzate is going to pass it to him here. He's going to try and get it off. That's a good deflection, though. Troy Parrot again, and this time he does get it settled in the bottom corner, and Northampton hit the lead. It is the youngster who was our first, or maybe second with Nyland, signing to the club, and we are 1-0 up in the Champs final. Look at that chest, a touch round his man, and fired into the bottom corner against Gianluigi Donnarumma. Some goal. That is a striker's poaching finish. Still, look at the press that PSG are putting on us. Phil Foden. Bet he didn't enjoy playing Manchester City, and of course the game before this, as Akman getting a little bit of a gap right here, passing it back. Oh, offside. Another attack as well for Phil. Oh, and he's run round us. Why did we all just stand still? Why is killing Mbappe tackling us? And why are we giving a penalty away? Taking Foden out. Amin gets the yellow card and he just missed the ball. To be fair, I thought he might have got it. Not a brilliant start here. Killing Mbappe. Oh, and Colombo should have had that save. Now into the second half at 1 apiece. Oh, how I would have loved to have the advantage. Huge second half now here in the Champions League final. Maybe a little bit of a counter as well for ourselves. Cardoso, not seen much of him. Wasting a chance and killing Mbappe, tackled by Albert. He's even spreaded the ball out from the middle. I think that was, well, I don't know who it was, looking for Troy Parrot again. And Troy Parrot slipped through. It's chance for 2. And he has got to himself. The ex-Spurs lad is lighting up on the centre stage. Look at this. Slipped through from our number 11. I think that is Cardoso. And finally an impact. But a brace for that man right there. Now we've got the lead, though. We've got to try and keep this. And Troy, if he gets a hat-trick in the Champions League final, as passing's got a lot quicker since the goal. Definitely got some confidence up as well after the goal. That was Amin again. I knew it was, and it's the straight red card out the pocket. Everyone in the face of the defender, and now we're down to 10. Now this gets real. Everyone back in shape, please. Joseph Bell, you've got to thread through in centre-back, please. You're against Mbappe, man. Still, they might get a shot off there, and a big block. Every block will be cheered. We're holding on for this, although Cardoso on a little bit of a run through here. Maybe has to go from range. We have to get players back, but it's a save required. Unreal. Even the sun's come out here. It's trying to put me off every single moment of winning this game. Every avenue trying to pull it out the bag as that's a shot fizzed in. Still, it's come out to us, and Akman's going to run away with this. I might actually go for the corner. I might have to be a bit scummy, but to be fair, there's a chance for the shot on. It is on, and referee blows the whistle. We've done it. Northampton without a signing. Also, with the 10 men, we have gone and lifted the Champions League trophy. I cannot believe it. Well, we haven't done it yet, but we have completed this legacy. A phenomenal save. And the burgundy and white, again, I might have got the colour scheme wrong a little bit, will be lifted, the ribbons that is, on the trophy by Alli Koiki, who's been here from the start, Northampton through and through, and we have done it. I just can't believe how we've managed to get so many good youngsters, but if you want to see them youngsters go to another team in the future, do it with your team, do it with any team. Drop them down below, and I'll get soon to it right after this one.